Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Muhammad Salman Imansyah, and today I will present my resume from a book that called Seven Habits of Highly Effective People. Main point: character is a composite of our habits. Habits are hard to change, but they can be changed with a real commitment. Good habits are the intersection of knowledge, expertise, skill, and desire. Therefore, we need a book that can build everyone's habits to be successful, from dependence to interdependence. Habits 1, 2, and 3 are treatments with personal excellence. It's the self-advantage necessary for the character to develop, and private advantage precedes public victory. Habits 4, 5, and 6 are more of a personality orientation with public excellence of teamwork, cooperation, and communication. Habit 7 is the habit of renewal, creating an upward spiral of growth and development. Habit 1, proactive and personal vision. Take initiative in life, realizing uh, that your decisions are the primary determining factor of effectiveness in your life. Take, take responsibility for the choice you make and the subsequent consequences that follow. Covey defines a responsibility as a response ability or ability to respond to the stimulus encountered. Habit 2. Start with the end in mind. Find yourself and clarify your very important character, values, and life goals. Draw and imagine the ideal characteristics for each of the different roles and relationships in your life. And from this habit, we can take some point, and I will explain the point. Everything is made twice. We create it first in our minds, and we work on it physically. With control over our first creation, we can write and rewrite the script, so as to exercise some control and accountability for its results and consequences. We write and we rewrite using our imagination and conscience. There are three main aspects of personal and business management. The first is leadership, the second is management, and then the third is the starting point. We must re-examine the center of our life. Our center is our source of security, direction, policy, and strength. Making someone or something beyond our self-interest put us at the mercy of mood swings, inconsistent behavior, and uncontrollable swings of luck. The principles that underlie our lives must be profound, have fundamental truth, classical truths, and common names. They will stick together in a tangle of patterns that run with certainty, consistency, beauty, and strength through the fibers of our life. We can make our we can make a mission statement balanced and easier to work with by outlining the specific real areas of your life and the goals you want to achieve in each area. If you find an action not in line with the mission statement, you can create an affirmation to correct it. An affirmation must have five contents. It must be personal, positive, present, visual, and emotion. You can also visualization techniques. If the mission statement of your family or organization is intertwined with your personal mission statement, and you use the statement to keep the ending in mind, you will be able to accomplish your goals more quickly and easily. Habit 3. Put things first. Plan, prioritize, execute your weekly tasks based on importance before urgency. Evaluate whether the efforts you have made are in line with the character values of you want, pushing you closer to the goal and enriching the goals and enriching the roles and relationship described in habit 2. And from habit 3, we also can get some point, and I will explain the point to you. Habit 3 is personal management, self-reliance training that will create a life that in harmony with the values, goals, and mission adopted. We have to lead through the right brain creatively and manage from the left brain analytically in the order to control your feeling swings and mood swings. You must write the word yes in your heart and say no to others. The word yes is our intention, desire, real feelings of direction and value. Time management is an important skill for personal management. The essence of time management is managing and executing priorities. Time management methods have been developed in various stages. The first, notes and checklist. Identify the various needs of our time. The second is calendar and agenda book. Schedule events and activities. The third, prioritizing, clarifying values. Without daily planning with goals or a detail of this approach is the expansion of efficiency that can reduce spontaneity and connection in life. And the fourth, manage ourselves from time management, focused on maintaining and linking relationships and finalizing results by maintaining the P or PC balance, production versus production capacity development. A matrix can be made of activity characteristics, classifying them as urgent and not urgent, important and not important. The list of activities that urgently need to be followed up in referred as urgent, list activities that contribute to our missions, values, or high priority goals as important. Quadrant 1 activities are urgent and not important, or I'm sorry, and important, also called problems and crises. Focusing on quadrant 1 ends up getting bigger and bigger until the problem dominates you. The quadrant 3 activities are urgent but not important and are often misplaced as quadrant 1. Quadrant 4 is the runaway quadrant, activities that are neither urgent nor important. Effective people will come out of quadrant 3 and quadrant 4 because there is not important. They will shrink quadrant 1 until they have plenty of time in quadrant 2. Quadrant 2 is important but not urgent. Working in this quadrant is the heart of personal time management. Quadrant 2 activities are powerful influences. Activities, when complete regularly, can make a huge difference in your life. Initially, the time for quadrant 2 activities must come from quadrant 2 and 4. Quadrant 1 cannot be ignored, but must gradually sink by shifting to quadrant 2. The first is prioritize, the second is manage around priority, and the third is discipline yourself. Personal discipline is not enough. Without a statement centered on principles and mission, we have sufficient foundation to sustain our efforts. Covey has developed a way of managing quadrant 2 by meeting 6 criteria. First, coherent. unfixed rules, goals, and priorities. And the second, balanced. Keep various previous rules or tasks so they are not ignored. And the third is focus on quadrant 2, weekly. The key is not prioritizing what's on your schedule, but scheduling your priorities. And the fourth, the people dimension, think efficiency when it comes to things, but think effectiveness when it comes to people. The first person to consider effectiveness in yourself. Scheduling is sharing with people. And then the fifth, flexibility. The way of management is your servant, not your teacher. And the sixth and the last one is portability. It's easy to carry. And there are four key activities in managing quadrant 2, focusing on what you want to get done in the next 7 days. The first is task identification. The second is choose your goals and maybe two or three items to complete each task, including how long it will take from the goals and mission statement. The third, schedule and delegation, including the freedom and flexibility to control unanticipated events and the ability for spontaneity. And the fourth, daily adaptation, daily response to unanticipated events, relationships, and experience is in a meaningful way. And here are the five advantages of this way of management. Uh, the first principle centered. This allow you to see your time in terms of how important and how effective it is. The second, it reverts to it, it reverts to conscience, enabling you to manage your life among your deepest values. The third, define your unique mission, including long-term values and goals. The fourth, helps you balance your life by recognizing the tasks and rules. And the fifth, provide a greater perspective to your weekly management. From what I said before, there are a delegation, and the delegation is divided by two types. The first is golfer delegation. Using golfer delegation requires clear direction, not only what to do, but also how to do it. The supervisor then function as a boss, micromanagement to supervise, and the supervisors then lost some of the leverage advantage over delegation due to the need for follow-up time. A hostile relationship may develop between supervisors and subordinates. And the second, more effective managers are delegated stewardship, which focused on results rather than methods. People will be able to choose the way to achieve results. This takes time at first, but has big advantage. Stewardship delegation depends on trust, but it also takes time and patience. People may need practice and development to acquire the skills to generate a level of confidence. Stewardship delegation requires clarity, mutual understanding, and commitment to expectation in five areas. The first is desired outcome. The second is direction. The third is outcomes. The fourth is accountability. And the fifth is consequences. Habit 4. Think win-win. Really strive to each Really strive to reach a mutually beneficial solution or agreement in your life relationship. Value and respect other by understanding that winning for everyone is better long-term solution than if only one person had gotten his or her wish. Habit 5. trying to understand than asking to be understood. Use empathic listening to truly be influenced by others, which will encourage them to listen back to you and be open-minded for you to influence. This creates an atmosphere of caring, respect, and positive problem solving. Habit 6. The synergy of principle of creativity cooperation stood, combining the strengths of several people through positive teamwork so that to achieve goals no one can do it alone. Get the best of get the best out of a group of people by encouraging meaningful contributions and modeling inspirational and supportive leadership. Habit 7. This is the last habit. The principle of self-renewal balance. Balance and renew your resource, energy, and health to create a sustainable, long-term, and effective lifestyle. Maybe that's all from my presentation. I'm sorry if there are some mistakes, like my English are too bad for this presentation. I'm sorry, but this is all my presentation. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.